Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I am back with another review. And I am excited to bring you today's review because from the Transformers crossover line, this is from the movie Top Gun Maverick, which was supposed to come out this past summer. This is the transforming Maverick. Maverick goes from a F-14 Tomcat, I believe the jet is, into a robot. And as I just mentioned, it was supposed to tie into the Top Gun sequel, Maverick, which was supposed to come out this past summer, but has been delayed to the summer of 2021. And let me just start off by saying something real quick. I've had this figure for a while. I wish I reviewed it sooner because there are some other reviewers out there who have talked about this figure and really didn't give it a positive light. And while it's not Toy of the Year, this is a solid figure. It feels good in my hand. Yes, I think it uses, in a lot of places, that plastic that was used on Ape Face. But if you remember, the reason that special white plastic was used on Ape Face was to help it bend around and have things peg in. Here, it's not really having to do that, but it feels fine. Also, what's not coming over well in photos and video is the camo dirt pattern. That doesn't look as bad as you would think it would be. But this is the figure. I would say it's around a Voyager class, maybe a little bit different. We do have some accessories that I want to point out real quick. You have the motorcycle that Tom Cruise's character will use. It's on a little stand. Really has nothing to do there. You have two interchangeable hands and a volleyball that the hands can work with. In robot mode, I'll show you how to use them. Other than that, the other accessories that are included that pertain to the jet and its weapons, we'll get into when we get into the transformation, which we're going to hop into right now. Okay, so I've gone ahead, backed up the camera, gave us a little space to work with. By the way, before I begin, Merry Christmas, everybody. This is being recorded on December 26th. I hope you all had a great Christmas, got what you wanted, and more importantly, got to spend time with your families. So we're starting off in jet mode, and the first thing you want to do is turn the jet over. Flip up the one landing gear there. Unfortunately, there's no other landing gear. Go ahead and first you're going to remove these missiles, and I do want to mention it's a round peg in a hexagonal hole, so it does actually hold into place, but it can wiggle around. But when it wiggles, it locks into position just about. So you want to remove those, and then you want to go and remove these fuel pods right underneath. And those will all come back in robot mode, which we're going to get to. Now, first step, what you want to do is come in here, and you're going to unpeg this underside section, which will obviously is the arms. Get them up, get them out of the way. Next, what you want to do is come behind here, and you're going to separate the legs just a little. Maybe you want to move the wings out just to get them out of the way. And then you're going to come up, flip this section up. There's a slot right by my thumb that a tab is going to peg into, and you just want to make sure you have that lined up. You can go ahead and fold up these tail fins now, just as you've done that. Flip the jet back over. If it hasn't, just from the nature of things, you can go ahead and unpeg the legs. While you're facing this direction, you can flip these little side panels back that the missiles were pegged into. And now pay attention to what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to flip the hips forward. There's a bar right where my finger is. That's the hip bar. And as that rotates forward, there's going to be a little bit of an automorph as side panels here and here are going to pop out. And you're just going to bring that down and forward. And in doing so, the reason I'm pointing that out is because the final step of the instructions is pulling those panels out, but they're already pulled out. And there's like a little tab there in the nose cone. Just peg the hips in right there. And then the tip of the nose cone is on a double hinge. There's like a little notch that that the curved part of the nose cone fits into, and then this section just folds over on top just like that. Now, we're going to come and we're going to deal with the arms here. This can be a little tricky if you don't rotate it the right way. And basically what you do is first you're going to rotate the panel that the shoulders are sitting on, and then you're going to rotate this secondary position panel, which is this whole section right here. So first, take that shoulder panel and rotate it to the left. Next, you're going to take that secondary panel and rotate it to the right all the way down, and it will sort of friction lock into place. Once you have that done, you can go ahead and fold out the fists or hands from inside the arms, just like so. There we go. And then what you want to do is accordion out the shoulders so the shoulder panels are open, but the arms are still facing straight, just like we have right there. Next, what you want to do is rotate the arm down at the shoulder so the shoulder pads and hands are facing down, and then rotate the arm at the bicep so the hands are facing up towards you. And then finally rotate the arm down from the out of the shoulder pad, just like so. And I'll be honest with you, the shoulder pad is probably going to get a little fakaked as we're coming along. Next, what you're going to do is start folding this whole back section down. It's on a double hinge. And as you're coming back up, the black section that was the shoulder pads are going to click into place right in that groove right there. They have to do this for this to transform right. And then bring it all down and it'll peg into the back. Make sure it's all lined up and secured. Make sure the head is secured. You can bring the wings down now. That's about as far as they're going to go. So the next step really is we're just about done is bringing out the feet. Open up these shin panels, bring down this white section. That will click into place over the thruster. You can then stick your finger in, bring down the foot all the way, and close up the panel. Just like that. And then finally, the final step is revealing the head. It's on a double hinge. Fold that panel down as far as it'll go. It'll just like hang out there. And then bring the legs back a little so it's standing up straight. And there you have Maverick in its robot mode. Taking a look at the head, it's a lot like the helmet of Tom Cruise's character. Maverick, like I can't think of the real name. Very nice. A lot of the detail is lost in the black, but the red is the visor. Has like that breathing apparatus that pilots use. And of course says Maverick across the head. It's on a ball joint, but it's one of those ball joints that when you turn the head, it kind of wants to force it to angle down. But I'm sure if you work with it, you can get some use out of it. Nice rotation there at the legs. You have a little bit of a ratchet going out. Deep knee bend, and even a little bit of a ankle pivot. You do have, and of course, universal joints and swivels in the shoulders and arms. Now, let's get back to its accessories that we took off. We're going to return the missiles. Basically, this is where they were pegged in vehicle mode. So you can just put them on right there. Actually, I believe the panel is supposed to go, you're actually swapping them around because the panel is going to go in that way. And then for the fuel canisters, this is kind of cool. Got a little notch there, push it up, and just fold it out till it clicks into place, and you get a nice little hand blaster. Both of them can be turned into blasters if you don't want to use it as a handgun. In vehicle mode, stored like this, but I think for robot mode, it might work a little bit better just angled down like that. You can make it like a holster, like it's drawing from the front of the leg. But yeah, there's Maverick in its robot mode. And like I said, I wish I kind of reviewed this figure sooner. This is really cool. I'm really digging this. I'm not feeling looseness or cheapness that other people have experienced. I mean, again, not figure of the year, but not necessarily bad. To use the alternate hands, I'm just going to swap out one because really there's no point to swap out the other one since I think the curved hand works a little bit better with playing volleyball. But you do have to remove the volleyball, and to keep it from rolling around, it is good to keep it pegged to the hand. But the hands are on a little bit of a mushroom cap, and they just slide off. Now, I have to tell you, getting that one off was a lot easier than getting this one on. So let's see if I've gotten better at it. Oh, nope. There we go. Got it on. And the volleyball, if I can hold on to it, will just peg right into place. And here you have a giant robot ready to go to town and, spike a set or something athletic. Yeah, I play sports. Boom, there you go. Really fun, really cool, but if I'm being totally honest, not something I would use often, if at all, with Maverick. I think I would, it's great that these are here, but being totally honest, I would just leave the hands on to have it use the blaster. And I do appreciate the fact that the blaster holding hands do snap in. You get that satisfying click, so you know it's actually there. But yeah, that's really about it. So I think it's time to get into some final thoughts. Like I said at the beginning, Maverick is a fantastic figure, and truthfully, I just don't see the complaints that and problems that other reviewers have had. Yes, it's using that same soapy plastic that Siege Ape Face used, but it just feels very solid. The transformation is fun. I think the hardest part, most confusing part, was just making sure you rotate the arms into position properly to close everything up. What's really cool is, I'm sure as many of you might know, this is the same jet that the Valkyries or Veritex, depending if it's Macross or Robotech, were based on. So who knows? If Hasbro ever layeth the smackdown on Harmony Gold, we might actually see this mold reused, and we might actually get a Hasbro VF1 type of design. I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm just saying. So definitely this figure is worth a pickup. It's actually available at a few different online retailers, Big Bad, Hasbro Pulse. I even want to say it might be available on Amazon. It was like a fan channel exclusive of sorts. I know the Back to the Future car, Gigawatt, was available on Amazon. So you might want to check it out. It was not delayed for the movie, so which possibly means there might even be a second run next year towards the summer to tie into the movie. I have no evidence of that. That's just some little hypothetical speculation. But definitely, if you have a hard time finding Maverick now and really want the figure, don't resort to paying aftermarket prices. That being said, this is your old pal Chuck. If you like this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. While I always appreciate the views, your likes, comments, and subscriptions send secret-coded messages to YouTube and tell them that my channel should be exalted and held above and supported and promoted and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, just watching my ramblings about toys does my heart some good. If you really want to support the channel, I, of course, have a Patreon. There's a link in the corner and a link in the description. www.patreon.com/ChuckDog1999. All I ask is $1 a month. No tiers, no special offers, no thrills. All you're doing is helping me bring figures like Maverick to you. Again, it's just, tis the season of giving, and at $1 a month, that's $12 a year. I think out of some Christmas money, you can scrape that by. But as always, even if you can't, just viewing and sharing my video and getting it out as much as you can really does help. I recently just hit 3,600 subscribers. Again, I hit that before Christmas, but then the number significantly dropped off, as it usually does, but it just bounced back. So thank you so much for being a part of that. I really do appreciate it. You have no idea. Yeah, and really, again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys did good. So, it's your old pal Chuck for Maverick. We will see you next time. And remember, no buzzing the tower. And one more thing. Lana, you're entering the danger zone.